Hey, look at this. We're live. Hey, welcome home. Welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Al Bob. That's me, your griot, here to tell you a story. Here you seeing me in my true habitat of the homeless guy in his car. And I found this floating through the air, an open Wi-Fi. And so this is the best I'm going to do to be able to get a hold of you. So welcome aboard. This is strictly for entertainment. Don't believe a word I'm saying. Check all this out for yourself. And I drove out of the deep green and went to my doctors, went to the different places, food banks, first of the month, June 1st. My attitude, this is the first day of early summer, right? May is gone. Sad to see May go. May 8th was my second, 2 years of doing Dreamy Dreamland, more than 1,200 shows. You should go check those out. Hey, AI, good to see you, buddy. AI is always here. Good puppy. And so here we are, and I've just 4 bars. So I talked to a whole bunch of people. Then I found this.
Who have been reporting on this call that has not been covered by the press. The president said, according to one source, that the Minnesota governor, who we're going to hear from at 12:30 when they have scheduled a news conference from Governor Tim Walz, was weak and pathetic.
And suffered in the Black community, both in not just Mr. Floyd's video, but in videos we've been looking at for years. And not once has Donald Trump suggested any major leadership initiative that would address injustice. In fact, he's only fanned the flames of hate.
So what do these folks expect? He was hired to do this, since the beginning, since the founding fathers. Look who our founding fathers, George Washington, slave owner, what was, he fought in the French and Indian Wars to get land. He was, his real profession was being a surveyor to steal land, and, Jefferson, Adams, Hancock, all those founding fathers, all slave owners, all moneyed people, all white men who basically wrote the Constitution to fit their needs of a business plan, not freedom, because, when Jefferson wrote Life, Liberty, Pursuit of Happiness, along with a few other people, Pursuit of Happiness, boy, what's that mean? Well, before they had Pursuit of Happiness, they meant individual freedom, and they said, oh, we can't have that. That's why they didn't like them. That's why they wanted a republic. They didn't like democracies. One man, one vote. Oh, we can't have that. So, we have the flu every year, right? And it kills 40, between 20 and 100,000 people every year, right? Then we also have this thing called influenza. Again, go check this out. Influenza is just the cousin of the Spanish flu. The only reason they call it Spanish flu, it didn't come from Spain. It came from actually Kansas. Came from one of the first super industrial pig farms, slaughterhouses, where they had the pigs, and the farmer would sell his pig, they'd fatten them up, they'd slaughter them off. And that was one of the first major super duper meat processing places. And they did it out in the middle of Kansas because that's where the pigs were. Plus, that's where the railroads there was a hub there. And there was a military base. And just as World War I was kicking off, and they were sending thousands of young men to be processed, just like the pigs, at this base, a swine flu broke out. And that's where viruses come from, other animals into the human environment. And it's a toxicity in our bodies, the medical thing of our bodies, our immune system responding to this unknown thing, throws everything it has at it, makes us really sick. That's what can give us those pneumonias and other things, trying to get rid of it. So that's what this, the only reason that they call it the Spanish flu is because when it hit Spain, Spain wasn't part of World War I. So they didn't have any blocks on truth. So the newspapers were writing about it, right? And that's where, because the other governments, America, Germany, France, England, they didn't want any, Canada, Australia, didn't, thousands were dying. They didn't want anybody to know about it. So that's where we are today. And same things. I mean, this whole thing is about money, power, control, right? But the greatest opportunity that we have here is that we have the ability to see right in front of us. No more, Wizard of Oz, no longer the old guy behind the curtain pulling the switches. It's right, Toto has unmasked the incompetence of our leadership, our religious leadership, our political leadership, our economic leadership, our military, you name whatever leadership there is, it's incompetent to the unbelievableness. And that is done on purpose because the folks of the hidden hand, the high table, who no one sees, they're the tippy tip of the pyramid. The people we see, the Bilderbergs, the Rockefellers, the, Billy Mini Micro Penis G, and all the others, the usual suspects, they are just middle management. They're not even upper management, And, guys like Henry Kissinger, somewhere between middle management and upper management, And so that's where we are. But it's now being thrown in our face 100%. This is what it is. This is, and everyone, I'm living large, being a homeless guy with all this stuff in a car, And now that, I'm going to find more places like this. It's very nice. It's a very quiet little parking lot in the shade. And I get a pretty good Wi-Fi signal here. So that's it. And 7 minutes, 18 seconds. It's 4:21. I'm going to make it back to the ranch, to the lodge. But I just found this place and I wanted to let you guys know, hey, I'm going to go find other places like this that are, I still had to drive 20 miles to find this. So anyway, anyone else want to say anything before I sign off? Anyway, this is all it's all in your lap, kids. People can come and join the party, but they're going to have to want to go out and bring the circus to the folk. Just sitting around and whining, oh, why isn't it this way? Anybody who comes to visit me has to bring something to the party, right? Skills, little money, not a lot, workable vehicles, tools, skills, and a willingness to want to be part of love's co-creation. You don't want that. I want to see you. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. So no one's saying anything, so I'm going to say I'm going to go look for more spots like this. So they took my last, my restaurants that I could just kick back. The last one I did is in a restaurant, but I mean, everybody was like staring at me doing it. It was like, eh. But anyway, I went and saw John Canary in the Coal Mines, most recent. I mean, they are funny. I mean, John is like, what was that Jim Carrey movie where he was the star of a TV show that I didn't know about, Ted or Ed or Bill or anyway, that's John. He doesn't realize that he's a star in his own. He's trying to be the star, but he's looking at the wrong star. He really is a star. I mean, he is. I mean, it's hard to watch, but it's. I mean, he is another one of the. Again, he's the canary in the coal mine. He's definitely representing, a vehicle of what's going on right in front of us. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna hit the road, but okay, I found a new place, and I'll speak to you later.